guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your girl Tiana
and Tony,
and you're back with another video.
Okay. Or another banger.
Push damn banger. Anyways, on July 31st, article was posted or published an article was published in the Gleaner. It is entitled "We Are Humans, Not a Disease." Yeah, so it was published by a member of the LGBT community, and Tony has not yet read it. So we're going to be reading it for y'all, and we're going to, Tony's going to react for the first time because he never see it, and me alone read it. And it touched my soul, and I decided I want to share it on my channel for it to be here, even when everybody forget about the Gleaner article. Whoever comes back to this channel will always remember this article. Okay, I do not know who wrote it, but I know that it's a member of the LGBT community, and that's all that matters. So here we go. It says, "For obvious reasons, I cannot use my real name. You can call me Marcus. Big up yourself, Marcos. I am a 23-year-old gay man born and raised in Jamaica. I realize that every time there is any mention of the LGBT community in the media, in the Jamaican media, it is always portrayed in a negative light, whether it is a gay lover who stabbed his ex 16 times or the recent article about gay mobs attacking hospital clerk. I want to set the record straight, give my side of the story and those of some of my brethren. To start with, I want to explain what being gay is. Gay or homosexual means being attracted to the same sex. However, gay is often a male term meaning men who are attracted to other men. The female counterpart would be a lesbian. For women attracted to other women, homosexual includes gays and lesbian. This attraction is the same way that straight people or heterosexuals feel, in that men are attracted to women. Now, the jury is still out on what actually causes homosexuality, but there's almost universal consensus in the medical community that we were probably born with it. I've read that it is a combination of hormonal and environmental differences in the womb during pregnancy. The key takeaway here though is that it's not a choice. It's not a lifestyle that we chose. We were born this way. We never asked to be this way. During my teens, when I started to discover my attraction to other men, I tried to be straight. God knows I tried. But in the same way a straight man can choose to like other men, or a straight woman can choose to be with another woman, I can choose to like women either. The female body does nothing for me. It's like trying to be attracted to a toaster oven or a car. My body just doesn't work that way. Being gay is also not a disease, nor caused by some childhood trauma. This is another common myth I've seen making the rounds. I wasn't molested or raped. I wasn't brought into the lifestyle by other gay men. I had a relatively normal childhood with a family who cared for me. To be honest, it just happened one day during puberty. It just happened. One day during puberty, I found myself being drawn to other males. It is as simple as that. I am pretty sure it's the same story for other gay men like me. And these myths, as to these myths that gay people are violent or troublesome, I say a crime is a crime. If someone does something wrong, they should face the consequences, gay or not. But it is far too often that the actions of single individuals are being used to cast a bad light on the entire LGBT community. There are good LGBT people and bad LGBT people in the same way there are upstanding straight citizens and criminal straight citizens too. You never hear a news article say straight gunmen shoot up a store. You never hear the orientation of the persons involved at all unless they are gay, lesbian or trans. These skewed headlines only perpetuate the myth that gay people are violent criminals, and it needs to stop. There is nothing dysfunctional about being attracted to other men. It's no different from being left-handed or having blue eyes. We wake up like you do. We go to school and work like you do. We watch football and play dominoes like you do. We have hopes and dreams and careers, and we want to build families like you.
We don't put.
We love, we have loving, caring, nurturing relationships like you do. You may not know it because we've trained ourselves to hide it so well, but we're everywhere.
Most studies show that on an average about 5% of the population is LGBT. That's about 1 in 20 persons, with our population of almost 3 million people. That means there are about 150,000 LGBT people here. We are your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your best friends, the person you travel beside on the bus, your boss, your employees, your students, your teachers, your shopkeepers and customers, your fathers and mothers. We are people too. The only thing that makes us different is that we like others of the same gender. Nothing more, nothing less. Terrifying. Living as a gay man in Jamaica is terrifying. There are no other words to describe it. We have learned almost from a young age, instinctively even, that to be caught by the wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time means you're dead. We see these news articles about gay men being stoned or committing suicide, or being kicked out of their homes and being forced to live in gutters. We have heard of men being chased by launch mobs to police station because their limp bombs were a bit too shiny. And then there are the songs, where it's dancehall or reggae, it's everywhere. We hear lyrics about Batty Man for dead. Of course we are terrified. Who wouldn't be? Because of that, we have learned from an early age to hide in the shadows, to put up masks and walls to keep away suspicion. We have trained ourselves to talk about women in the company of other straight men. We have created fake girlfriends and relationships to divert suspicion. We have practiced looking at women on the street. We have learned to hide our secret lives in secret apps and hidden phones. Many of us have had sex with or even married women and had children just to shift the doubts. We will even act homophobic ourselves just so that others don't get suspicious. Because the alternative is awful. It's death. It's losing your job, your family, your home. There is often talk from religious groups about the LGBTQ plus community having gay agenda. There is one. We want to be understood. We want to be accepted. We want to not live our lives in fear. We want not to be ashamed or ridiculed or killed for a part of us we didn't ask for, nor can we change. We want to be able to walk in peace without hearing our very friends and families talk about how people like us should die in a fire. We want to feel safe at school and at work and in doctors' offices. We want to feel safe going to the police for help. What we don't want is to force our way of life or lifestyle onto other people. We don't want to corrupt your children or try to turn straight men gay. We just want to feel free and accepted and loved and normal. Isn't that what everyone wants? Isn't that what everyone would want? It breaks my heart to see such rampant homophobia in such a beautiful, diverse and awesome country. Out of many, one people. Isn't that our motto? We have Indian teachers and Chinese shop owners, and Rastafarian taximen and women politicians, and people from all walks of life living together. Why can't we be included too? We have experienced firsthand over 400 years of oppression and discrimination and disenfranchisement based on something we have no control over, the color of our skin. So why are we turning around to do the exact same things to our brothers and sisters? Why? We have not asked for much. All we're asking for is to be treated like people, like humans. All we ask for is tolerance, dignity, and respect. I know you won't agree right away. One letter to the editor won't change centuries of history and ingrained belief. But please open your hearts, act with compassion, kindness, and love. Please let us feel safe in the island we were born and raised in. So I'm appealing to the leaders of this country. Please repeal Section 76 and 77. Please repeal Section 76 and 77 of the Offences Against the Persons Act. I know those laws haven't been enforced for decades, and it would be more or less a symbolic gesture, but it's a start. Show that you are willing to take a stance and fight for the rights of all Jamaican citizens. Show that you truly believe in Jamaica's motto, out of many, one people.
Alright, so that's the article, and 1 and 2 persons commented. See if we can find them. 1 and 2 persons commented. Let me just read those comments. Oh gosh, so long. Alright, so the first person said, a very measured and moving letter. There is a lot that I would debate in this letter, but I feel your pain and emotion. It is definitely wrong to abuse you for your identity, but I do not agree with your lifestyle or that it is normal. You have a personality disorder. There are others too that we do not accept as a society here or elsewhere. What are we to do if pedophiles claim rights because they too have a natural personality which should be recognized as normal? Your community very effectively convinced the world that there is a good science to back the narratives which you sell, but that does not change the science, only the narratives. You are not normal, only natural. You can be treated back to normalcy, except that no one wants to go there because it's not politically correct or acceptable in most developed countries.
Okay then.
First of all, I cannot understand if anybody listening to this right now can explain to me why is it that homosexuality or LGBTism is compared to pedophilia. Why? I don't understand. Why is that? Why is it compared? Homosexuals, and I'm using it as a general term now, are adults consenting to whatever. Pedophilia are adults. I try to touch little pitney. Kids, children that they're not legally, based on the law, they're not even legal to make their own decisions. Right? Except from the fact that they're pitney. The law doesn't say that they can make any decisions for themselves. So why? They're children. That's a difference, between homosexuals and adults. Adults want to do them thing. With pedophilia, it's an adult with a child or a minor. Why is it being compared? Look here, my brain P, So if you're brain A and you can explain to me in the comments, may I beg you please? Because it don't make any sense to me. These are children. We're not even supposed to make them walk on the road by themselves. So why would we be okay with them being in a relationship with an adult? Them not even go through them child. I don't even like the law that says at 16 you can choose to want to have sex. You can't even vote. So you're gonna choose to want to have sex. There's a lot of things, but I don't. Why is it that pedophilia is being compared to homosexuality?
May I see like them are added to the may I see when persons are put it against LGBT?
No.
May I see people are put it against it? Me see a lot of posts surrounding it. May I how that even reaching it?
Alright, I'm gonna read the next something. Being gay is not a disease and gays should not be ill-treated, but you people do have what? Before the days of political correctness. Okay.
Was called a gender identity disorder.
No, something wrong. Being gay is not a disease and gays should not be ill-treated, but you people do have what, before the days of political correctness was called a gender identity disorder, which should be understood as such and treated with sympathy instead of being forced on society as a new and valid description of sex or gender. Yeah, so it was being homosexual was listed as a mental disorder. I think, is it being homosexual or being transgender?
Being transgender.
Yeah, and it was repealed. It is no longer. Okay, we used to use big phone, our ears with the antenna up. We're no longer using that shit. We've moved on. We used to send telegram and something there. We're no longer using that. We're doing WhatsApp and TikTok and all these things. We used to use typewriter. Oh, go so. Now we use computer. We can actually delete. Look here. Let's see the next comment. Somebody says lightning. Alright. Thunder! The attraction is the same as that of pedophiles and pederasts. We refer to yours as gay while we abhor the others. A lie are unnatural and should, or all are unnatural and should be treated similarly with corrective treatment. I hear your plea. I hear your plea and understand that you need others to accept your life, to accept your way of life. But one of the main reasons why your group of people don't get the results you seek is that you all want to force the way of life down others' throats and accept that everyone must accept your way of life. But just like you said, you were born that way. You were born that way. It's just so the straight people them cannot see themselves that way. Pause. We never tell us to be that way. We just tell us to leave we alone. Like if you see your walk, just act like say, just see people and not sexuality. And that way I say when I tell you to come over here. And everybody LGBT is in fit. Let me just say. The other thing is you want to raise a family. How can you do this? You are not in a union to produce a child. So therefore you should not seek to raise a family, because if everyone chooses your way of life, there would be no expanding of the human race, because two men or two women cannot produce a child. In that relationship, they would have to do something out of the normal way of life to achieve this, like implanting the sperm in a woman's womb. Therefore, having a family is not part of your program. I'm not condemning you or others like you, but just live your life and don't force others to love and accept your way of life. To each his own. But what I notice, especially with gays in Jamaica, they want to push their way of life in your face, and if you don't embrace it, they get aggressive and cause trouble most times. So that is one of the reasons why you are not all accepted here. Just go about your business and don't force yourself onto others.
Like, alright, them keep on themselves forcing stuff. I mean, not see where they're for, because the only reason why them feel like we're forcing our way of life because them don't accept it. How are you forcing? Them always say we have an agenda. Where's the agenda? Like, I've been, like, from 2018, I've been going to different meetings, or different, and I'm yet to see the big agenda where the people matter about. All I can say we're trying is to get persons to understand or just leave we alone. Because as a matter of fact, we really not force anybody to accept it. Because at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Me not ask somebody to accept me. You understand? And acceptance me I look. I'm just looking for tolerance. Or just allow me to be. Like, somebody walk, like two persons walk and hold on. How that affect you? How can, like, so how me try to understand how walking and holding hands, or saying that you want to get the same rights as everybody else, is pushing your lifestyle, as them call it in a people face. How is it pushing the lifestyle? I really want someone to really answer that. Because if you see me where a straight person can walk with hands in hands and then not affect nobody, same way a straight person can do this and affect nobody, why we as LGBT persons cannot do that? Why? And when we start doing it now, we are pushed for it. Me never see no LGBT person run up on the street and say, yo, you have to accept me, and start do all sort of something. Me never see that yet. If anybody ever see that, let me know in the comment, but me never see it.
In the walks of life, I've come across many women, and a lot of times I have to ask myself, how can we as men not be attracted to these beauties but our own gender? I'm puzzled. It's simple. Just also as a man or as a woman, you're not attracted to every type of opposite sex. Alright, we're talking about straight people here. So as a woman, I'm not attracted to every type of man. I don't like maga man. I like man. I don't like fat man neither. But I like man thick. We have just the right amount of body. Yeah, you have some men or some women that don't like white woman or white man, or it's the same freaking, it's the same thing. Okay, I'm a woman and I just don't like men. I like a woman. Or I'm a man and I just don't like women. I like a man. What the hell is wrong with you?
Like me,
Why?
me attracted to women. Me
Why we
attracted to
can't
maga
just
woman. Like I same thing.
the only thing that I say I want to force down your throat is for you to just mind your own business. How about that? I walk through Emancipation Park, I walk through Afro Park, I see man and woman kiss up and I don't care. As long as when I look over them and I see two of them go about my business, I could care zero. But it's not the same if an LGBT couple does it. And that's the problem. Alright? That's what we want to not happen. Okay? You, as a heterosexual couple, you're able to marry the love of your life because you just want to marry and share the same last name. We can't do that as an LGBT couple. That we want you in your throat. That's how we want you to understand that we want to do the same things that you want to do. When we go behind, and I like with the panel that have sex, when we close doors, you don't know what happened in there unless we tell you. Or you kind of surmise. And the thing about it is that a lot of things that we do in our bedroom as LGBT people, you do it as heterosexual people too. So what is it? What is it now? Leave us alone. Let us be. That is all we ask. We don't want to, we're not trying to force nothing down your throat. Nonsense. We just want to be. Leave us. Let us be. Let me see if there's anything else that makes sense. Jesus. It's just long and drawn out. Time has changed, and this is not Bruce Golan thing. If you want to be gay, who cares? There is land where people will accept you with open arms. You could even get a visa to live there. Just state persecution. Just state persecution in Jamaica. What am I trying to say? Just straight persecution. Alright, so basically they're saying, what I'm getting is that if there are countries out there that accept LGBT people and I am Jamaican. I was born down by Victoria Jubilee Hospital. On my birth paper it say Jamaica. I have rights to this soil. I have a right to be here. Why do I have to leave my country? Just because. Why the hell you gonna leave? There are people that don't want to leave their country. I don't want to leave my country. So I buy a house. I don't want to leave my country. I want to live here. I want to live here with my partner. Whoever that is. And it should be okay because I'm an adult and I make my own decisions. And all we ask is for you to just leave us alone. See, I'm blind here and there. If you see we are coming already and I really like we, stop and turn your back. Turn your face in the corner. Make we go about business because we now walk up and down and trouble. You understand me? In the article that the young person made mention of, true, whenever it has anything to do with LGBT people, then post it like our sexuality make we do the things them. Anybody can be criminal, whether you be straight or LGBT. It's not that if you're LGBT, you are what you call it, you're exempt from certain things. Just like with art. Typical example, horoscope. Them say, oh, Virgo girls this and Leo boys that, and I don't believe in that. And it don't real because in every horoscope you have dark shit and you have good people and you have this and you have that. Because I know enough Virgo want to stay like me and I'm a good Virgo. My birthday is August 23rd. Please pump up the comments. Team Virgo, Team August. But Jada there, Team August in the comments. Ropes, if you reach this point. Because I know someone now watch the video in full now. If you reach here so, Team August in the comment section. But anyway, yeah. We not really force, me not force nothing. I just want to go down the road with my partner and nobody not care because as I say, I don't see people. I don't see people. Some we don't see. Not a lot of LGBT people are naturally defensive because they expect to be attacked. They expect to be discriminated against. They expect to not be accepted. And enough straight people may say dark and fool them. You step on them too and they might cut off your throat. So that is what I'm saying. That type of personality is not exclusive of the LGBT community. We have feelings too, you know. And the only one who make it look like so we're second class citizens. We're not. We have a right to be here just like you. And whenever we speak about that right, yes, we're trying to force down throat and we're trying this and we're trying that. We're not trying to do nothing. We're just trying to exist. and be our authentic self. Look here, too many times LGBT people stifle themselves because they're afraid of the repercussions of just being themselves, and it's damn disgusting. To be honest, it is disgusting. Alright, so you're going to say that we're not in a relationship where we can have children. A lot of heterosexual couples cannot have children. A lot of women, heterosexual women, are barren. A lot of heterosexual men have penile dysfunction, erectile dysfunction. Them cannot
Low
get
sperm
anybody
count.
pregnant. What is it? There are lots of homes out there with children. Is that LGBT people have the children? And you said it yourself, we can't produce children. So why so much children in our homes? Why is it that these children that heterosexuals made, they don't have loving heterosexual parents? Talk to me. There's nothing that is specific to straight people, and it's not like I said, oh, if you're gay, no, that means if it is that you're gay, that means that you're more violent. If it is that you're gay, that means that you're a worse parent. People are just people. Sexuality is just a portion of who we are, and it's just who we have sex with if we have sex. What about all our other facets? Why aren't those things considered? Why every time we are talk about this, we have to talk about who can have picnic, who can't have picnic? Heterosexual people out there have picnic and them not take care of them. Them full up down Max to the park. And every other else home. Stone Hill. I want SOS children's home up there. Heterosexual people make the picnic them. Yeah? So I don't understand. We can't go up there and adapt them if they'll allow us. We want to be married too. I want to put my partner upon my life insurance and my health insurance and right husband. Alright, spouse, and it should be okay. Why can't it be okay? I think basically people must just mind their own business. I mean, you don't have to accept us. Look here, there are a lot of things out there when we don't like. You see me, I go up to somebody and say, look here, I don't like that, I don't like my business. It don't affect me. If it is not affecting me, why should I comment? If a heterosexual, if a homosexual couple is next door, why does it affect you? When brimstone and fire come according to Uno, it can strike that one house, it not strike everybody else. But look at it that way.
You know what I think? That a lot of persons who have a one problem with them homosexuality. Them confused. Because and I understand how can somebody sexuality affect you unless you are insecure for a lot of things, unless you just it affect you because you feel some type of way about it because you're having those feelings and you don't have it. And that me think. Everybody else might have a different opinion, but I think that persons that are really affected by LGBT, a person that really don't really hate themselves, they might have some problem and they want to go to your partner people. That's what I think. What do you think? Just think that.
I just think some of them full of fashion monkey. And like the young man said in the article, a lot of times people who you say act homophobic, they're actually homosexuals, but they have to play it off because they don't want to be judged. They don't want nobody to know them business. They don't want this and they don't want that, and it shouldn't be.
Sad.
People should be able to live their life however they see it fit. Anyway, we just want to say, whoever wrote this article, thumbs up to you. It was a very good article, well put together. I like your choice of words. I love how you structured the whole thing, and we decided to read it out on our channel so you can stay there forever and ever, amen, until such time, and let others who did not get a chance to see the article hear the article. It was posted in the Jamaica Gleaner on July 31st 2020. So if you'd like to look it up for yourself and read it, please go ahead and do so and share it with your other friends. We're not trying to force anything down anybody's throat. We just want to be treated like normal people. Okay? Being a criminal, killing people, killing children is not natural. But it's there. That's taking life. We are taking a life. All we want to do is to be happy, whatever that means to us. That's it. Story done. We're not really in the world of a problem with people. And I think people should just allow us to be that. So, we've come to the end of our video. Until next time, this is your favorite LGBT activist, Tiana Laws and Tony Laws. Whether government want to approve it or not. Peace out.